Good morning traders, and welcome to the daily call today, Monday the 13th of February. Before we get started, as always, please understand that any advice in today's session is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Alright, so let's kick off and let's have a look at what happened in the last session of the week, last week on Friday, with the RBA in Sydney, Australia. Pretty much growth in global industrial production and merchandise trade have picked up. GDP growth in Australia's major trading partners has also improved, and China has been stronger than earlier anticipated. These were the highlights that were mentioned in the RBA's statement on Friday. And when you couple that up with the Chinese trade balance, which came in at 355 billion, much better than the expected 295, all this basically means is that our Aussie dollar had a very good trading day on Friday, had a solid day. Unfortunately, it didn't trigger some of the trades that we had in the other direction, but nevertheless, our Aussie had an up day. If we move along over to England, we have manufacturers and construction firms have enjoyed a December bounce in production, and that's further adding to the evidence that the UK economy ended 2016 on a stronger note despite all the Brexit vote situations. Essentially, the production number came in at 2.1%, as the sterling had a bit of a mixed day, not quite a doji, but very, very close to one. Canada was the one that had the most impacting news on Friday, with the job employment change, and basically the Canadian job growth unexpectedly surged in January, with the service sector the main contributor to this number, and definitely the Canadian dollar strengthened and reacted strong to this news. If you have a look at how it fared against the US, we can see there, I'm on a 15-minute chart here. At the announcement, we can see that the USCAD dropped significantly. Of course, when the USCAD drops, that basically means that the Canadian dollar is strengthening against the US dollar. Okay, so that was Friday for the Canadian dollar. And finally, for the week ending, we had in the US the consumer sentiment number fell a little as we came in at 95.7. Okay, alright, so let's start the session this week off and let's have a look at what we have. And the first chart of the day that I have found for us is a Euro New Zealand daily chart, and it's a trend trade. Now this one's actually already triggered. Now for those of you who have seen the strategy that I'm about to show here, you'll understand the trade. You can clearly see that we are in a downtrend. Also, my moving averages have crossed over here, so from this point onwards, definitely the trend is on the down. And what we've finding is that the market has peaked down and it's pulled back. It's provided for us a really nice inside candle situation. We do have the fractal on this candle, which is something that we need, and essentially at the break of this red candle, we're ready to take the trade. Now, as the market opened this morning, it already opened breaking that. So at the time of this screenshot, which is only about 10 minutes ago, you can see that if you enter right now, you actually get to enter a little bit better than the proper entry had the weekend gapping not occurred. Okay, so this one's ready. The trade has triggered, so if anybody's interested in this one, this is the Euro New Zealand dollar on a daily chart, and it's a price action downtrend trade. Okay, so let's have a look at what we have coming for the first session of the week. It is a very light session, and all we really have is in Japan we have the GDP number, which is due out at 10:50 in the morning. Of course, this is my local time, which is Sydney time, Australian Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time. As always, please feel free to contact us if you have any questions. Follow me on Twitter at ChatFX for trade setups and breaking news. Most importantly, I hope you all have a fantastic trading day, and I will see you tomorrow for the daily call. Bye for now.